Imagine a man who travels across the entire world to find a legendary fortune teller. He finally climbs to the top of a mountain, sits down in front of her, and prepares to ask his question. He does not ask the fortune teller for the winning lottery numbers. He does not ask her for the secret to becoming a billionaire. He doesn't even ask her how to find happiness. Instead, he looks at her and asks one simple, incredibly bizarre question. All I want to know is exactly where I am going to die, so that I can make sure I never, ever go there. This sounds like a funny joke, but it is actually the core philosophy of Charlie Munger, the billionaire business partner of Warren Buffett. Most people spend their entire lives asking the completely wrong questions about money. They constantly ask, how do I get rich quick? Or, what is the secret formula to making millions? But self-made billionaires do not think this way. They use a powerful, hidden mental trick called inversion. Instead of trying to figure out how to succeed, they figure out exactly how to fail. And then they simply refuse to do those things. Today on Pratibodh Wisedom, we are going to show you how to use the inversion hack to turn your financial problems completely upside down, guaranteeing your success by mathematically eliminating your failure. Chapter 1. The Trap of How to Get Rich. When you go on the internet and type in the words, how do I get rich? You are instantly flooded with a million different confusing answers. One internet guru tells you to start an online store. Another tells you to take out a loan and buy real estate. Another person screams at you to put your entire life savings into a new digital coin. Your brain quickly becomes completely overwhelmed. You try to copy the morning routines of billionaires. You try to wake up at 4 a.m., take freezing cold ice baths, read 50 books a week, and start 3 different side businesses at the exact same time. Because you are trying to do 100 positive things all at once, you spread your limited human energy way too thin. You end up burning out, losing your money, and feeling like a complete failure. This is the dangerous trap of positive thinking. The modern world is simply too complex, and there are way too many different paths to success. It is almost impossible to pick the perfect route, but thankfully there is a much easier, lazier way to win the game of money. Chapter 2. Flipping the map upside down. Inversion is a very simple concept. It simply means turning a problem upside down. It means looking at the terrible end result you do not want, and then walking backward to see how it happens. Let's say you want to build a highly successful YouTube channel. If you ask, how do I make a viral video? Your brain will freeze, because that question is too hard to answer. Instead, use inversion. Ask yourself, how do I guarantee that my video gets 0 views and everybody hates it? The answers to that negative question are incredibly easy to figure out. You would make a really boring, ugly thumbnail. You would have terrible, scratchy audio. You would make the video incredibly slow and talk about yourself for 10 minutes before getting to the point. Now that you have your easy list of guaranteed failures, your job is simple. All you have to do is make sure you do not do those things. If you simply avoid making terrible audio, a bad thumbnail, and a boring intro, your video is naturally going to perform well. When it comes to building generational wealth, inversion is your ultimate superpower. If you truly want to build a financial empire, you need to sit down with a blank piece of paper and ask yourself a very painful question. You must ask, how do I absolutely guarantee that I stay completely broke, miserable, and trapped in debt for the rest of my life? Chapter 3. The Blueprint for Absolute Ruin. If you want to use the inversion hack to guarantee your wealth, you have to do something that feels very uncomfortable. You have to sit down and write a step-by-step guide on how to completely ruin your own life. If Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett wanted to guarantee that they would wake up completely broke, miserable, and drowning in debt 10 years from now, what exact steps would they take today? They would create a masterclass in failure. They would write down the exact habits that keep the middle class trapped forever. Once you have this list of terrible habits, the secret to success becomes incredibly boring and beautifully simple. You do not need to be a genius. You do not need to invent the next big tech company. You just have to look at your list of guaranteed failures and simply refuse to do them. Let's look at the 3 biggest rules on the Stay Broke list and see exactly how flipping them upside down creates an unstoppable financial empire. Chapter 4. The Teenage Trap of Looking Rich. The first guaranteed way to destroy your financial future starts when you are very young. Let's look at an 18-year-old who just got their very first real paycheck. If this teenager wants to guarantee that they stay poor forever, the formula is very easy. They just need to take every single dollar they earn and immediately spend it on things that lose value the second they buy them. They will take their hard-earned money and buy heavily branded designer clothes, expensive fast fashion, and $300 sneakers. They will buy these things for one simple reason: to take pictures and impress complete strangers on social media who do not even care about them. By the end of the month, their closet is completely full, but their bank account is sitting at 0. Here is how you use the inversion hack. To guarantee you stay poor, you spend all your money trying to look rich to other people. So, to guarantee you become wealthy, you simply avoid doing that. You stop caring about the opinions of strangers. You wear plain, simple clothes. You keep your money in your bank account, and you let it grow quietly in the dark. You choose to be rich, instead of just looking rich. Chapter 5. The Adult Trap of Lifestyle Creep. If you survive your teenage years, the next guaranteed way to ruin your life happens in adulthood. This is a trap that catches incredibly smart, hardworking people every single day. Imagine a 35-year-old adult who has been working hard for 10 years. They finally get a massive promotion at work, and their salary goes up by $20,000 a year. If they want to guarantee they never escape the rat race, they will do something called lifestyle creep. The exact second they get that raise, they will immediately upgrade their entire life to match their new paycheck. They will trade in their perfectly good, paid-off car for a massive loan on a brand new luxury SUV. They will move into a much bigger house they do not actually need. A bigger house means higher taxes, higher heating bills, and thousands of dollars in new furniture. Even though this adult is making more money than ever before in their entire life, they are actually poorer than they were 5 years ago, because their massive debt has trapped them. Here is the inversion hack. To guarantee you stay broke, increase your spending every single time your income goes up. To become wealthy, you just do the exact opposite. When you get a raise, you keep your lifestyle the exact same. You drive the same car, you live in the same house. You take all of that extra new money and you use it to buy investments that pay you while you sleep. Chapter 6. The Deadly Sin of One Income. Here is the final and most terrifying way to ensure a complete financial disaster. This trap is especially dangerous for older adults who feel like they are perfectly safe. To guarantee financial ruin, you simply rely on exactly one person to feed your family. You have only one job, one boss, and one single source of money coming into your bank account. If you do this, you are walking on a tightrope without a safety net. If your boss wakes up in a bad mood, or if the global economy crashes, or if your company gets sold to a massive corporation, your entire financial life goes to zero in one single day. Using the inversion hack here is the ultimate key to freedom. To stay broke and terrified, rely on one paycheck. To guarantee your safety and build wealth, simply avoid relying on one income. You use your evenings and weekends to build something you actually own. You build a digital audience online. You learn how to recommend products you love and earn commissions on them. You build a brand around your deep personal interests, like fashion, style, or personal finance, and you turn that into a second stream of money. It does not matter what the side business is. The only rule is that you simply refuse to let one single company control your entire destiny. By avoiding the trap of a single income, you automatically build a fortress around your family that no boss can ever take away. Chapter 7. The Trap of Wasting Your Most Valuable Currency. When ordinary people think about getting rich, they only think about pieces of paper with numbers on them. But billionaires look at the world completely differently. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger know that money is completely infinite. The central banks can always print more money, but there is one currency that is absolutely finite, and once you spend it, you can never earn it back. That currency is your time. If you want to use the inversion hack, you have to look at how people completely destroy their own time. How do you guarantee that you have absolutely zero free time to build your wealth? The answer is incredibly simple. You just say yes to every single thing that comes your way. Say yes to every pointless meeting at work. Say yes to going to parties with people you do not even really like. Say yes to getting into massive, angry arguments with complete strangers in the comment sections of the internet. To guarantee you fail, spend 4 hours every single night scrolling through short, mindless videos that make you feel jealous, angry, and exhausted. By the time you look up, the entire day is gone, and you have built absolutely nothing for yourself. Here is the inversion hack. To guarantee you have zero time, say yes to everything. So to become highly successful and wealthy, you must ruthlessly say no to almost everything. Warren Buffett famously says that the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. You must protect your daily calendar like it is a physical fortress. If an activity does not make you smarter, healthier, or wealthier, you simply refuse to do it. Chapter 8. The Toxic Circle of Ruin. The next massive trap on our blueprint for ruin has nothing to do with numbers and everything to do with human beings. If you want to absolutely guarantee that your life is a miserable, stressful, agonizing disaster, you just need to make a few terrible choices about who you spend your time with. First, marry someone who completely hates your ambition. Find a partner who wants you to stay perfectly average, who gets angry when you try to save money, and who constantly makes you feel guilty for working hard on your future. Second, do business with people you know you cannot trust. Partner up with lazy people who complain constantly, just because they promise you a quick and easy way to make a few dollars. Third, surround yourself with friends who act like victims. Hang out with people who blame the government, the economy, and the weather for all of their personal problems. If you build a toxic circle of people around you, they will act like heavy iron anchors tied directly to your ankles. No matter how hard you try to swim to the surface, they will permanently drag you down to the bottom of the ocean. To use the inversion hack here, you must follow Charlie Munger's most brutal rule of life. If you want to have a great partner, you must first deserve a great partner. But more importantly, you must ruthlessly cut toxic people out of your life. If someone constantly lies to you, if they constantly complain without taking action, or if they mock your big goals, you simply delete them from your life. It sounds incredibly harsh, but in the game of wealth, keeping toxic people around is a guaranteed mathematical formula for ruin. Chapter 9: The Paralysis of Perfection. Let's move to the exact reason why millions of incredibly smart, talented people die completely broke. It is called the paralysis of perfection, and it is the ultimate way to guarantee you never achieve your dreams. If you want to guarantee that your business, your brand, or your YouTube channel is a massive failure, the blueprint is very easy. All you have to do is wait. Wait until you feel perfectly ready. Wait until you have enough money to buy the most expensive, professional camera equipment on the market. Wait until you have built the perfect recording studio in your house. Spend 3 entire years sitting in your bedroom reading 50 different books about how to start a business without ever actually starting one. Keep planning, keep taking notes, and keep telling everyone what you are going to do someday. By waiting for the absolute perfect moment, you guarantee that you never take a single step. The world will completely pass you by while you sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect weather. The inversion hack completely destroys this trap. If waiting for perfection guarantees failure, then taking messy, imperfect action guarantees success. You must start when you are terrified. You must hit record when your camera is cheap. You must publish your ideas to the world when you still feel like an amateur. The only way to guarantee failure is to never hit publish. So to succeed, you must embrace looking foolish in the beginning. Chapter 10: The Trap of Selling Your Sweat. Here is the final, ultimate trap of the middle class. This is the grand illusion that keeps millions of hardworking people trapped in the rat race until the day their bodies give out. If you want to guarantee that you never build a massive financial empire, you must follow one simple rule. Only get paid when you are physically awake and sweating. You must trade exactly 1 hour of your precious, finite human life for exactly $20 or $30. You must agree to a system where, the exact second you stop physically moving, the money instantly stops flowing into your bank account. If you get sick, the money stops. If you want to take a vacation, the money stops. You are not a business owner. You are simply renting out your physical energy to someone else's empire. To use the inversion hack and achieve ultimate freedom, you must completely disconnect your money from your physical time. You must build machines that work tirelessly while you sleep. For Warren Buffett, this means buying massive, profitable companies and letting the CEOs do all the hard work while he collects the profits. But in the modern digital world, you can build your own empire from scratch. You can build digital real estate. You can create timeless videos that people watch for years, long after you recorded them. You can build online systems that recommend products you genuinely love, earning you commissions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while you are on vacation. You can share your deep wisdom with the world, building an audience that trusts you. When you build these digital assets, you clone your energy. You create an army of digital soldiers that never sleep, never ask for a raise, and constantly print money for your family tree. The final blueprint: waking up to reality. Charlie Munger lived to be 99 years old, and he built a multi-billion-dollar empire simply by focusing on what not to do. He didn't hold on to anger. He didn't work with people he didn't trust. He didn't waste his time trying to impress strangers. And most importantly, he realized that envy, the act of being jealous of what your neighbor has, is the only human sin that is absolutely no fun at all. You do not need a magical formula to get rich. You do not need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need a piece of paper, a pen, and the brutal honesty to write down exactly what will destroy your life. Once you see the traps clearly, you just walk around them. By simply avoiding stupidity, you naturally become a financial genius. Thank you so much for watching this documentary. If you are truly ready to flip your reality upside down, stop making the same mistakes as the middle class, and master the true physics of generational wealth, make sure to hit that subscribe button to join the Pratibodh Wisedom community right now. I will see you in the next one.